All right, I've got one of the craziest Epstein conspiracy theories in history for you guys today, because the rumor is that this guy, Palm Beach Pete, you remember this guy, all right? Palm Beach Pete, the guy who they said they saw him driving around, they said Epstein's still alive, and he popped out and said, I'm not Epstein, I'm Palm Beach Pete. Well, the rumor going around is that this is actually Jeffrey Epstein. He's still alive, they faked his death, and he's had a bit of plastic surgery, and now he's out here masquerading as Palm Beach Pete, moving around unchecked. And nobody seems to know what's going on with this guy's backstory. Apparently, he was supposed to take a DNA test that's gone wrong. He was going to run for the mayor of Palm Beach, and then his DNA testing results somehow disqualified him from doing it. And there's a bunch of similarities, apparently to the point of dental records, where people are saying, no, this is Jeffrey Epstein. He's got the same crooked teeth. It's insane. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to tell you all about it in this video, okay? So just to refresh your memory, this is how Palm Beach Pete got his start. This picture was floating around. They said Epstein's still alive. Out of nowhere. This feels like the biggest psyop in history, but this is what they were saying.
Thanks, Jen. Well, a veteran Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy has resigned after an internal affairs investigation found that she had a side job. Turns out she was posting pictures of her feet on a fetish site.
The report.
Wait, that's not the clip I thought it was. This just gets more and more bizarre. Wait a minute. All right, so they got a foot fetish video at the top of this report. Okay, for some reason, bruv. What on earth are we doing? This is the biggest psyop. They just want everyone to be distracted. This is their actual video I'm looking for.
The internet is going crazy over a video of a local man driving down I-95 who people say looks over a video of a local man driving down I-95 who people say looks just like Jeffrey Epstein. The clip spreading quickly online, sparking double takes and even fueling conspiracy theories. But tonight, the man in that video is speaking out. CBS 12 News reporter Katie Benty is in Palm Beach with more. Katie.
A Palm Beach man is going viral tonight for a resemblance people can't stop talking about. They say he looks just like Jeffrey Epstein, but he says that couldn't be further from the truth.
Epstein is alive.
Millions of people are watching.
Epstein is alive.
And rewatching this. A man in a convertible spotted on I-95 in South Florida going viral for who people think he looks like. It's a creepy resemblance.
It is a creepy resemblance. I don't want to see Jeffrey Epstein around here.
That man calls himself Palm Beach Pete, and he's now setting the record straight.
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
He says he had no idea he was being filmed until his phone started blowing up.
I'm just me being me, and it's a crazy phenomenon that has went really viral.
But what started as a double take quickly turned into something bigger.
That's Epstein.
Epstein did not kill himself.
The name Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted child sex trafficker who lived in Palm Beach, still carrying weight years after his 2019 death, ruled a suicide. But for some, the questions never went away.
I think he's still living. I think he never died. He could still be back on the island, honestly.
Online, some using this video to push those claims. Others saying that crosses a line.
People shouldn't joke about that stuff.
Right.
That's just not appropriate to joke about.
And Pete addressing it head on.
Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a very bad person, what he did, obviously, and he is dead. And I'm alive.
I don't know, all right? I don't know. Here's Jeffrey Epstein speaking. I feel like they talk kind of similar.
I would say, okay, Steve, I gave you $1. How much can you lend out to your friends? And your natural reaction would be,
Person, what he
dressing it
headlessly, and he is dead. And I'm alive. Bad person, what he did, obviously.
A bad person.
Probably something less than $1 because I want to keep something in my pocket. The way our system works is if...
Come on.
Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
Nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
If you as a bank are holding my $1, you can lend out an additional $8 or $9.
So the theories about this are very twisted, all right? So the first theory that came out was that Palm Beach Pete wasn't the guy in the car, that the car was actually real Jeffrey Epstein, and then he got caught driving his Benz, so they rolled out Palm Beach Pete to try and cover it up. People saying it wasn't him. He's got different nose, different jawline, different earlobes. Palm Beach Pete has a more obtuse, elongated face. They're saying he Elon Musk. This one looks like a dead ringer for Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know. I mean, serious, like, it's ridiculous, okay? The guy on the Epstein video lookalike is not Palm Beach Pete. He's indeed Epstein has different facial features. People saying it's just some dude that looked like him. Get off of it. Jeffrey Epstein's not going to walk around in public looking like his photos. Arsonists always watch their fire. A serial killer always visits their dump sites. Someone as egotistical as them, all right, if you place themselves in the shoes, you would want to visit the place that you were doing all that stuff to mess with people and see things for myself, just to get pleased with myself. People saying the camera changes his looks, different focal length, same skull length. This is all AI. So here's the thing that's very, very bizarre, all right? Palm Beach Pete, all right, he's picked up a whole lot of attention. He's gone viral for this. And people have been saying, what's the story? What's the background? He's looking a lot more like Jeff in this one. Apparently his real name's Peter Simmel. He's 70 to 71 years old, okay? Born in 1955, all right? 1953 Epstein was born in, okay? Okay? Now, his backstory is very, very loose. It's very, very loose, right? From New York, attended Syracuse University, graduated in 77, worked in commercial real estate in New York City prior to retirement, apparently played in the NCAA Men's Tennis Championships, all right? And he was even, apparently he was in the Real Housewives of New York City, all right? Crazy, okay? He attends a party and greets Sonia Morgan. Okay, we got any proof of this? So apparently this is the clip. Let's see. Let's take a look. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. Might have to speed it up. Let's see.
Your birthday party too. It was very moving. I was just blown away. Seeing those friends there made me feel like things are going to...
Is that Palm Beach Pete or Jeffrey Epstein?
Things are going to be okay. I felt...
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So anyway, right? Giant gap in his history from 1977. Very little information. He pops up once in this episode of The Real Housewives for a split second. Can't even tell it's him. And then he resurfaces out of nowhere in March 2026 because of his resemblance to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? He then gets dubbed as Palm Beach Pete. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories going around. And he says, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. Who is Palm Beach Pete? And then he runs for mayor. And I'm going to get to that in a minute because that's where things start getting very, very confusing. But a lot of people on Reddit are posting conspiracies saying that this is Jeffrey Epstein. They're saying Palm Beach Pete is Jeffrey Epstein. A guy like Jeffrey Epstein who has enough money to pay off the entire underpaid, overworked prison staff with a salary and bonus wouldn't die in prison. Palm Beach Pete is Jeffrey Epstein with plastic surgery, done just enough to have plausible deniability. He has the same teeth and scar on his lip. He lives in the same neighborhood. He even admitted to going to the same parties as Epstein. You don't get an invite to those parties if you're a nobody. Him making videos and putting them on TikTok is mocking us. It's called the revelation of the method in occult circles. He has to reveal he's alive so he doesn't attach negative karma. Don't forget, a prison guard worker posted on 4chan claiming the night he died he was switched out, and that claim was investigated by the FBI and the poster was charged. I say we have the Florida Palm Beach sheriff arrest him and make him prove he's not Epstein in court, because anyone can make a claim on the internet. Epstein still have a prison sentence to serve out. And remember, people, they covered their tracks extremely well but forgot about his Fortnite account and the online tracker showing he was active for years after his alleged death. And when it was made private, it was also removed from the Wayback Machine too. That's not a coincidence, a full-on conspiracy. The Wayback Machine doesn't just remove stuff because you ask them. It's their job to preserve the internet. People saying if it's actually Epstein, it was a poor job at plastic surgery. They're saying go watch Palm Beach lie detector test. That's fucking Epstein.
All right. Have you ever been or leased a private island?
Never.
That's a little bit deceptive there. I'm seeing a little bit of deception.
That's interesting.
Bahamas can be an island.
I've rented a house on Martha's Vineyard.
Okay, well,
so
that could explain that.
But that's not an island. That was a house on an island as opposed to renting an island.
Okay, I get it. Are you a fan of pizza?
I love pizza.
What's your favorite type of pizza if you had to choose
Margarita.
one? I like margarita pizzas too.
Maybe some spicy honey too.
Is that code word?
Bro just said margarita. That's the cheese pizza, right?
Want to kind of touch basis on it. Like, have you and Jeffrey Epstein ever been in the same room together?
I was at a party and he was at that party. I never spoke to him. I never met him. He just happened to be at a party that I was invited to.
So the answer is yes?
The answer was yes. I was in a room and he was in the same room.
No, I'm getting a little deception there.
Okay.
What can I tell you?
I don't know. The truth?
That was the truth.
If you are Jeffrey Epstein, all right, have you ever been in the same? Can you have said you were in the same room as him? You're always in the same room as him, right?
Would you rather spend your life in jail or blank yourself? Hypothetically speaking.
Blank myself.
You'd rather do that? I have one. Are you a winner or are you a loser?
I'm a winner.
A big winner.
On Triumph or in life?
No, in life. You're a big winner.
Good winner.
High stakes roller. Living the fast life. Have you won enough money on Triumph to maybe buy an island?
No.
Yeah, I don't have that much money yet.
No.
Have you ever heard?
So look, you get the gist, all right? This was a good bit of fun little humor, all right?
The biggest elephant in the room that everybody wants to know, right? Is, are you Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
I'm showing a little bit of inconclusiveness here, leaning towards truthfulness. But it's great.
So look, all right? Here's what's really weird is some people think this might have been planned for decades. There's a rumor that Palm Beach Pete, the phrase Palm Beach Pete was actually Googled in Israel, of all places, back in 2010. This is from Google search results, right? The only other time that it's been researched other than recently was this one time, or this period of time in 2010. 2010. Interesting, all right? Interesting. Now, this would have been the year after he was released from his first prison sentence in July 2009. So in 2010, they're talking about somebody in Israel is Googling Palm Beach Pete. Now, that's a little bit sus, okay, but I'm going to show you more of the theories as to why he may well have been, you know, they may well have been researching Palm Beach Pete. Apparently, Palm Beach Peter appears in the Epstein files. It says the Palm Beach Pete situation is getting weirder. Apparently, Palm Beach Peter appeared in this Epstein versus Rothstein lawsuit. Palm Beach Peter, the phrase Palm Beach Peter was included in this section of the Epstein files. Okay, so that's one of the things that people are saying is proof that it was something to do with him. I would say some of the most damning stuff is this old picture where people are saying that actually he was out there, stood in front of Jeffrey Epstein's jet. They're saying the jet with the same painting on the same front end, flight data showed that he was in front of Epstein's jet. Now we're starting to think, people are saying Palm Beach Pete is definitely him. No one asked them for him or to know about what his whereabouts were, his employment or income status. That is incoherent. But anyway, I'll take it. All right, I'll take it. But probably to me, the most damning piece of evidence is apparently the dental record analysis. These are close-ups of their mouths, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right? They're saying that the crooked teeth line up. They're saying they got the same crooks in the teeth. The crooks are very similar. I would say they're slightly off, but similar. But who knows? He could have had some work done. His teeth could have gone even more out of shape in the 10 years since this image was taken. Okay, but people are saying this is 100% proof that that's him. All right, people saying I thought he had Israel written on his teeth for a second. I could see it. All right. My headcanon is Palm Beach Pete is a clone of Epstein. He doesn't realize he's a clone, or it really is Jeffrey Epstein, but he's had his memory erased. Okay, so here's the thing. All right. Things have gotten even more spicy because the rumor going around now is that Palm Beach Pete is actually living at Jeffrey Epstein's old house in Palm Beach, right? This says Peter Simmel, a 71-year-old, this is just, it's been reproduced here, a 71-year-old former real estate executive and New York native who lives in Palm Beach gained viral fame for his striking resemblance to Jeffrey Epstein, right? He's launched a mayoral campaign, which we'll get into in a minute. But following the severe scandals associated with Epstein's crimes, the 14,000 square foot waterfront compound at 358 El Brillo Way was demolished in 2021. So they're saying 2 years after Epstein died, they knocked down the property and sold the property. Here's the thing. The empty lot, they changed the address to 360 El Brillo Way to permanently distance the parcel of land from its disgusting history. Epstein's connection to Simmel is strictly limited to their shared location on the island. Simmel has publicly clarified there's two entirely different people. But some people think, all right, that they're actually living in the same property. So I bet he can't provide photos of his youth. They're saying there's a few pictures from Facebook, but no one that actually knew him from back then have come forward, okay? They're saying he lives in the same house or in Palm Beach. They're saying it's the same location. Some people are saying if you look at pictures from their backyards, there's a comparison where it looks like the same place. Okay, I can't actually find the footage of them in the same backyard, so maybe that's cap, okay? But, all right, this is what's weird. He launched his bid to run for mayor of Palm Beach. This is what came around next.
Pete, and I'm fed up, and I want to let you know why, because people come up to me asking me how I'm funding my campaign since I'm in the campaign to be mayor of Palm Beach, and it's self-funded because I did so well on stake. Got it? Self-funded.
Stop. Stop. We don't condone state. We don't. No. We're not condone. Don't gamble on state. This is a bad idea. Don't listen to Jeffrey Epstein or Palm Beach Pete when they tell you to gamble on state. It's a very bad idea.
Peace out, Palm Beach Pete. Hey, guys.
If Jeffrey Epstein was alive now, he would definitely be promoting all these horrible things. But he apparently, you know, he basically came out and said, look, I'm making the most of it, all right? If everyone thinks I'm Epstein, I might as well run it up. This is him on his mayoral campaign.
And I'm officially announcing my candidacy for mayor of Palm Beach in 28. And one of my platforms is for all residents of Palm Beach, free Botox for all men and women in Palm Beach.
Free Botox.
All right, there's his pitch. Palm Beach Pete, known looking a lot like Jeffrey Epstein when he's seen around town, and he has announced he is running to be the mayor of Palm Beach. His website includes a lot.
Anyway, all right.
Pete.
Thank you. Good to see you, Bianca. Thanks for having me on your program.
I don't know who wants free Botox. I mean, I don't know any one person who wants that, but I'll put that aside. Talk to us about the campaign. What's the feedback been like? I will tell you, I think I spotted you in the Hamptons a few weeks back, and you were mobbed out in Sag Harbor. So not just Palm Beach.
You saw me? You were in town, you saw me?
I did.
You should have said hello. The feedback is it's crazy. It's really crazy. The whole thing is beyond my wildest dreams. Everybody is extremely positive. I get great feedback, and my team decided, let's run for mayor. Let's make Palm Beach cool. So that's how that started. And you know about some of my campaign platforms: free Botox, etc., more pickleball courts, free dog walking service, use of the convertible, mother-in-law counseling.
Yeah.
All the above. To make Palm Beach life living much better for all the residents on the island.
After all the damage Jeffrey Epstein did, it's about time he gave out some free Botox to make up for it.
You know, Palm Beach, you can't qualify officially to run until next year. The race we want to note is 2028. You are self-funding this campaign.
That's right.
Palm Beach, you want to make Palm Beach cool again. It's also very expensive, and it sort of has a luxurious, of course, old money feel. Is that something you think should continue? Or there's been a lot of development, and obviously with everyone in New York that you're talking to, they all want to come down. Is Palm Beach open for more New Yorkers, more people making exodus from other states, Pete?
On the island of Palm Beach, there's only so much real estate to be developed, and there's not much. So most of the development, Bianca, is going on in West Palm Beach. But a lot of the people that live in West Palm Beach, they go over one of the two bridges and they come to Palm Beach because we have great restaurants, and it's just a beautiful place to be. So there's room, and it's getting younger every year, the residents that are moving to Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I bet he loves that.
I've been dying to ask you about this because, you know, you talked about younger people coming in. Obviously, you have made it on social media and been viral with this Epstein's Alive video, kind of put you on the map. Do people sometimes know you for that, come up to you for that? And are you going to try to pivot away from that lookalike Epstein, moniker as you go into sort of more campaigning, more serious issues, Pete?
Great question.
Or are you just going to run with it?
No. The people that come up to me, they love my Palm Beach Pete content, and it has nothing to do with that viral human being. I can't help that I look like him, and I'm making the most of the situation and staying positive. So that's how I approach it. I'm a better looking version than that person.
You see, a better looking version. Here's the thing, right? As part of his campaign, apparently he was going to get a DNA test. And just 5 days ago, he was saying the test results are coming Wednesday.
It's Palm Beach Pete, and I've been getting thousands of messages a day inquiring about my DNA test, and I want results. So I've been on the phone all morning with the laboratory, and I was pretty upset with them that they haven't rushed these results. They assured me that I will have them by tomorrow. So it sets a bad tone in my life that I can't move forward. I just want to have an answer already. So come on, let's get these results out by tomorrow. I really appreciate that. Peace out, Palm Beach Pete.
So the day after that, he popped up, but he have no DNA tests, all right? He had this to say. This is what he had to say. Said this morning, instead of getting my DNA test results, I received a letter from the Florida Division of Elections advising me to drop out of my campaign for mayor. They will also be taking over the DNA testing due to apparent irregularities and public concern about my identity. This is not right, and I'll be taking legal action to fight this. More information coming soon. So the letter apparently said RE concerns regarding candidate eligibility and recommendation to withdraw from the Palm Beach mayoral race. The Division of Elections has been made aware of credible information that raises serious concerns about your eligibility and suitability to continue as a candidate for mayor of Palm Beach in the 28 election. Recent DNA analysis by blank and related inquiries have produced results that have generated extraordinary public confusion regarding your candidate identity and background. These findings call into question key aspects of your campaign and directly impact the integrity of the electoral process and public confidence in potential elected officials. The Florida Division of Elections will assume full responsibility for conducting and overseeing all further analyses relating to these findings, rather than relying on independent lab results. We may require your participation in additional DNA collection and testing procedures as part of this official review. As the state agency responsible for overseeing candidate qualifications and election administration under Chapter 105 Florida statute, we strongly advise you that you immediately withdraw your candidacy. Voluntary withdrawal at this stage will allow you to address these matters privately while minimizing disruption to the electoral process. We request a written response to this letter within 30 days indicating your decision. Direct all correspondence to the undersigned. So next thing you know, he popped out with this the day later, all right? DNA test problems.
Guys, it's Palm Beach Pete, and I'm really pissed. I got a letter from the Division of Elections from the state of Florida regarding the irregularities concerning my DNA test. And they're asking me to suspend my campaign and take a step back. I'm not going to suspend the campaign. I'm getting legal involved, but I'll be back. But I'm going to be traveling for a while, so you're not going to see me around for a bit. But I'll make the best mayor Palm Beach ever had, and I'll fight this tooth and nail. Peace out, Palm Beach Pete.
So that's the latest, all right? So this has now been going around all the conspiracy subreddits. People saying Palm Beach Pete's DNA test has caused issues with his mayoral run, all right? People saying this is, something's going on with this guy's DNA, okay? People saying his backstory doesn't line up at all. I don't want to give him any credit, but only the yearbooks. The years he said he went there weren't archived. Funnily enough, I had no issues finding the surrounding years. His whole tennis thing is odd too. I can't find him anywhere winning doubles gold in tennis. No opponents either. The only game seemingly like that. Yet, here he is, labelled as such and scouting for junior athletes. I bet I could beat him at tennis. It just seems like everything is scrubbed regarding his golden years, and he credentializes everything with it. He admits to know and hung out at the same parties as the Epstein brothers. Why would he post his own smoking gun? Says, how did the election board get his DNA? Who tested it? The whole thing is weird. Says he did it with a private company, but concerned citizens started showing up demanding transparency in the mayoral race. And I believe that what prompted this and what they saw is concerning enough to do this. I didn't know the government could just take your DNA either. I really don't get it from any sides. But the pattern side, and it's been too convenient to make this connection. This is about the other parallels. What was this? This is interesting. I've already shown you this. Anyway. It says, where is Epstein's actual DNA? He was frigging cremated. It says his younger brother claimed his remains and had his ashes sealed in an unmarked mausoleum beside his parents at the I.J. Morris Star of David Cemetery in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, per the local paper. So his ashes, I guess. People saying, is this a LARP? What's the source? So he fakes his own death, gets away with everything free, all the money and connections in the world, then he decides to run for mayor. Dude is either Epstein, a clone from the island, or a diversion from the real Epstein. Either way, Epstein definitely didn't do himself. Okay? So look, let me know what you guys think. It does sound ridiculous, but also it's like this guy looks a lot like Epstein, for real. So I really don't know. This is just getting out of hand. So let me know if you think that Palm Beach Pete is Jeffrey Epstein, or is he faking all of this for a little bit of clout, a little bit of success, a little bit of fame? What is he really doing? Where does he really come from? I need to know. But anyway, that's it from me today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with some new topics. I'm out for now. Peace. Stay safe and stay out of Palm Beach.